Hi there guys, Sam here. Welcome back to another video. Joined once again in my Mark 7 Golf R to talk a little bit around tyres, the latest up to date on what's the best kind of tyre that you can get. So yeah, let's get straight into this video. So yes, welcome back to another video. Yeah, nice sunny day, which is always great to see. Now, something that I've spoken about quite a lot is sometimes around the tyres on your car. Now, for me, you look at the last couple of cars that I've driven, the Club Sport, the GTI Club Sport and the Mark 8 Golf R. If you haven't got the right tyres on, you're pretty much wasting your time buying those kind of cars. You need premium tyres, you need the right kind of tyres. But yeah, don't just take my word for it, just sitting here and obviously, only using a certain amount of those tyres. Take it from someone who really knows and can test it and go through it thoroughly. That's why I checked out a review yesterday from Tyre Reviews, so I'll leave the link in the description for that. And it was about 25 minutes long, so I'm going to shorten that down for you guys basically and summarise what I think is kind of the best one to go for. So there's kind of like a common misconception that there's always one great tyre, but to be honest with you, they're all very, very good. Tyre technology is just, leaps and bounds really. And yeah, the one thing that I will start off by saying is the difference between the budget tyres and obviously the slightly more expensive premium tyres is huge. If you get budget tyres, expect them to have budget performance. And particularly if you've got a nice car, it's not really worth it. And even if you don't, actually having a decent set of tyres on your car can make all the difference and really improve your car. Now I'm going to get straight into talking about some of the ones that they went through. And the first ones were sort of like the ultra high performance type tyres. And this is kind of like in orders of lowest to highest rating, if that makes sense, of kind of like the latter end of kind of the test. And the first one I want to talk about is the Continental Premium Contact 6. So this is a tyre that I've actually tried. Well, I tried in the 17-inch form Contis before my Fiesta ST, and I really rate them quite highly actually. And yeah, in short, the summary on that car is, on that tyre, is despite the fact that it's called a premium, it's actually quite sporty as well, which is great. That's what you want. But they kind of rated that a little bit further down. But yeah, if you want that sort of sporty performance, that tyre is going to give you that. The next one was the Pirelli P0, something I've heard about and I've seen tests on in the past. Now, the main negative of that one was generally around its wet performance, something I'll talk about a lot, and one of the reasons why I have a Golf R, and one of the reasons why, as you can probably see from the spots on the window, it has rained here today, this morning, as it rains quite a lot in the UK, and probably from where you are around the world. You don't get many completely dry countries, and if you do, fantastic. Put a set of Cup 2s on, some sticky tyres, honestly, if it's that great for you lot, and nice and warm, obviously. Now I like to talk about kind of brands which I haven't actually used before in the past as well, and one of them is the Hankook Ventus S1 Evo 3, get the full name right. And again, the benefits of that tyre was what they were saying was it's really great in the wet, and I just think that's really, really important. And as we get further onto the list, and we'll go talk about the tyres that I actually have on my car, yeah, you'll kind of see why that's important. So these tyres they're summer tyres, and they're going to be okay in the dry, but it's the wet performance where it's going to kind of really shine. And that's why potentially the Pirelli P0s were rated a little bit lower down. The next one's up is the Goodyear Eagle F1 Asymmetric 5. Long name. This was very equaled to the tyres that I have on this car, which is the Michelin Pilot Sport 4s. Now, all these tyres were sort of rated on the 18-inch wheels. I'm a big fan of 18s. I just think it has the right balance between sportiness and comfort. I'll always say that and I'll always go with that, and that's just based on my experience and also from people like Jonathan Benson on Tyre Reviews, who absolutely know their stuff inside and out. The great thing about these two tyres, the Goodyears and the Michelins, is that out of all the tests that they did, and this is like wet handling, I can't even go into depth of all the tests that they did. Check out the full 25-minute video if you want to see that. But essentially, these two sort of tied at the top as being very, very equal to one another, and they were essentially in the top 4 for every single category that was tested. And that's what you want. And again, I kind of go into it while I talk about the Golf R, because it's the best at almost everything, and that's kind of what you want a car to be. And yeah, that's why I love it so much, and that's why I have Michelin Pilot Sport 4s on my car. I think it's great. To be honest, when I want to have fun and things are a little bit down, you can be pretty happy when the sun's out and things like that. You don't need to be pelting it around all the time in your car. But when it's wet, not many cars on the road, bit of a back road, honestly, these tyres are brilliant. It's put more of a smile on my face in driving in the wets than it has in the dry in this type of car, which kind of says it all. And the tyres are a big part of that. So yeah, I would rate either one of those. You know, I think that's the good thing. You know, you might get the right deal on the right one. I think Michelins are generally a little bit quite expensive compared to the Goodyear, just a tiny bit. But yeah, I love them. I use them on my car. And funny enough, in the most recent test round, an independent sort of proving ground, it was rated as the top one. So that's really, really great. So that's what you want to know, kind of like I've gone through, what, 5 tyres there, they're kind of top from the ultra high performance tyre. The next one that they tested was the ultra high performance, well, certainly what they were calling it. And these tyres, essentially, they are much, much better in the dry compared to the other ones in terms of that sort of sporty, fun, you know, go get them handling kind of side of things. But in the wet and on road noise, it's a little bit worse, and that's the compromises that you have to take. So it does depend where you live in the world as well, to be honest with you. But if you're in the UK, it might be a bit tricky, and I'll give you my kind of overall opinion towards the end of this video. A couple of tyres they tested here. Goodyear Eagle F1 Super Sports. What they said here is it was very track orientated, very solid, very hard, and yeah, a bit more towards kind of like the slick end of a tyre, if that makes sense. And yeah, you obviously get the downsides on that kind of thing, but obviously the plus side, if you just want to have fun, if you don't do that many miles, I'd be looking at a tyre like that all day long. You've got the Bridgestone Potenza Sport. What they kind of described that one, they said it was quite tricky in the wet, which is not kind of what you want. You get aquaplaning, but it's got the sporty handling. So it's got the characteristics. If you've got a sporty car, you're in the right conditions and you can have some fun, that's great. The next one, and a tyre that I have driven recently, Mark 8 Golf R, the subscriber of mine, he'd put these tyres on his car a day after he picked the car up brand new, and it's the Michelin Pilot Sport 4S's. And get, you know, surprise, surprise, not as sporty as the other 2 tyres that were tested, but obviously a lot more sportier than the other tyres that I spoke about in the ultra high performance. These are the ultra high performance. And it's just its all-round amazing ability. That's kind of the notes that I've taken essentially from that video. The aquaplaning is better, but it's not as good as, like, say, the tyre that I have on my car. But yeah, as an all-round tyre, I think it's great. And I did enjoy driving it in the Golf R, to be honest. It did feel very planted. And yeah, obviously that was a sunny, dry day, so you can only get so much comparison from my point of view. But these tests, I think, are brilliant. You know, we're just normal people at the end of the day. We can only do so much, and we can only define so much in a car with its tyres. And the one thing that guess what car they used to test it? Mark 8 Golf GTI. Something I hope to get on this channel soon. I've had the GTI Club Sport, but I hope to try and get my hands on a subscriber's car, a standard GTI. So yeah, stay tuned to that. Let's see what can happen on that side of things. But yeah, that kind of all-round great car is kind of why I think the Michelin's kind of top of their game. The amount of money that goes into it, and it's just endless. Go premium. Don't save the extra 20 quid. These tyres last ages anyway. You know, if you're easy and you're just doing road driving, you can get 20,000+ miles out of a set of tyres. Obviously, if you drive it hard, you're not going to get that. But tyre life is always quite important. It will save on costs. If you wanted my little summary of what I would go for, obviously I've gone for the PS4s. Pilot Sport 4, the standard one that I've got in my car. I would go for that, and then potentially if I wanted to use my car on more of a sporty environment when it's very, very sunny, I probably would have a second set of wheels, and I'd probably have a Pilot Sport Cup 2 tyre on that. All these tyres are available in 18-inch wheels, which is fantastic because that's quite a common wheel size to have on cars. Yeah, and that's kind of the route I would go. And in fact, the GTI Club Sport I drove recently and hope to get again my hands on that one soon again. I could see that car on Cup 2s all day long. It's sitting on Potenzas at the moment, and yeah, they're not exactly rated as the best tyre in the world. So yeah, it can make all the difference to a car all day long, and that's why I wanted to share this video. So I hope that summary's kind of helped you out. Hopefully a little bit shorter than the 25 minutes that they've gone through, sort of summarised it down for you guys. I find them really, really useful. Yeah, check them out. I'm a big fan. It's the only contact point you have with the road. It's more important than anything on your car, hands down. And yeah, I think it deserves its own 10-minute piece on talking about it and latest up to date, because the video came out yesterday. But listen, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts on tyres that you're going to go for and try out, and hopefully you found this video useful, and check out the full 25-minute video from Tyre Reviews if you want to see that. But listen, thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Like, share, subscribe. Plenty more content on my channel. You know what kind of stuff I'm trying to do and try and create, so thank you so much for helping me out. You know, subscribers lending me a few cars and stuff. It's great. Yeah, like I've said in previous videos, I pinch myself that I've had that opportunity to share with you guys, and hopefully plenty more to come. But it needs your support. It needs you to like, share, subscribe, and then obviously help me with the cars. So we're definitely working both ways in this community channel, and we can help each other out. I'll get the videos out for you. You lot can help me out on the other side of things. But thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Have a fantastic rest of your week, and I'll see you again next time. Cheers, guys.